Estoy en el Horrio de B. Suárez, súper entusiasmado. Mi primera entrevista en 1 año y medio. Estoy con el señor Curtis McBride de 689 Cellars, una bodega con mucho nombre aquí en Puerto Rico, vinos icónicos, unas etiquetas muy distintivas. And now we're switching to English. Curtis, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you as
we
well.
We were just talking off camera that, this is my first interview in a year and a half.
Yeah.
And in your case, your first trip.
Yeah, it's been a long road coming back to being able to get out and visit with people and see the markets and see folks and all that. Last trip I was telling you about, I was in 2019 of all things over in Tokyo, right when COVID was hitting. Flew over there for a winemakers event and saw kind of the pandemic taking place.
Yeah.
Got through the wine event. Called United Airlines that night and said, you know what, I got to get out of here.
Did you miss the airplanes and seeing the clients and the reaction of people to your wines?
Absolutely. And that I spent half my time on the road, meeting with people and all those sorts of things, just, talking about all the great wines that we make. And it's just been a real interesting year and a half where it's kind of like all of a sudden that's disappeared and you kind of have to reinvent yourself a little bit or just kind of think about different things, and it's given me some time to kind of work on some different
improve the wines, right?
Exactly.
So
some different projects.
for this interview we have two wines under the submission name.
Yes.
We have a Chardonnay and we have the Cab. Tell me a little bit about the submission Chardonnay.
So the submission Chardonnay, what I really try to do
Cheers.
with all the wine, cheers. Thank you for having me.
We were saying that we needed a glass to speak a little better about everything.
That's always a good way to kind of. I can't really, have a conversation without kind of having a glass to kind of go with. But thank you. What I try to do
It's nice.
thank you. What I try to do with a submission, basically across the line with everything, is really it's more about just being pull the cork, approachable, easy to get to. This wine, as far as the Chardonnay goes, it sees a little bit of oak, but I really try to do is I just try to get some elegance with that wine. So just nice balance, some tropical tones to it, but really just pull the cork, have a little bit of fish with it, something like that, chill it down, but just nice and easy to get to. So not real complicated, not real overdone, not the whole oaky, caramely thing. More
It's
about
a middle
balance.
of the road because I'm not getting that butterscotch, that toasted butter, but it also has its weight. I mean, it holds very well. It could pair with scallops, but it could also be an aperitif to start a night. I love the tropicality, but also there's a little bit of white bone fruit, a little bit of lychee fruit, a little bit of ginger, a little bit of pear. It's very nice.
You're nailing that. That's for sure. You got that right. You got
very
that
nice.
right on that.
It's very nice.
And kind of what I try to do with everything, with our submission line of wines, everything that we make on that, is just striking that middle ground with the varietal that we're working with. So with the Chardonnay, striking that middle ground, not being overdone. With the Cabernet, which we're going to try, just again, not real big, not real tannic, but just kind of that middle ground, the red wine, and we're doing a rosé under that as well. And it's really meant to be a wine that's approachable, price point wise, quality wise, and
the price, the retail price for this here in Puerto Rico.
Usually this is right around 19.
Very
anywhere
good
from
amount.
18 to 22, depending on where you're at. But we line price everything on that.
For those watching out there, what do you pair this with? Back at home, sunny, hot, the summer, and a friend brings and say, Curtis, I brought your own wine. What do you pair this with?
I love
what
that.
What are you going to cook?
That's good, man. That's good. I go ahi, like seared ahi tuna.
Oh, yeah.
Right there with just, my wife makes a kind of a dip that's got a little bit of, spice to it and all that stuff, and you put it on crackers or whatever, and just, out on the patio, hanging out, chilled down, of course, but just something that's just real nice and easy to get to, right around 3 o'clock or so, and
exactly.
just have a little bit of that. But back to like what you're saying with scallops, here, just there's a lot of different varietals as far as just fish goes, as far as just being able to kind of match that. But I really look at this as kind of being just a wine that is what I try to do with this Chardonnay especially, it's a Chardonnay where you can have a couple glasses of it, and it's not going to be that
Yeah.
big
It's
wine.
it's not an alcoholic wine. It doesn't feel hot. Doesn't feel weighty. I mean, it's gracious. I don't know how you do it at this price point, but it's very well made. You see the whiff of oak, little touch of that note of toasty note, but it's subtle. It's subtle. And what I like about this wine, it's versatile. I mean, it can go with a range of different things. It can withstand food for sure. And what's your aim when a client pops a bottle of this and drinks it? What do you expect for he or she to have as a main takeaway?
My goal with across the board with the submission wines, but more leaning into what your question is with the Chardonnay, is my goal is elegance and balance. Those are the two things that I always kind of look for when I'm making the wine, and approachability. So I'm not trying to make things that are overcomplicated, but you'll have hints of that complicatedness, I guess, in the wine that you'll touch on.
I like the fact that it has florality, has freshness, has the the toastiness is there, but you also have good acidity to pair with food. It's a very well made wine. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
Under $20 is a good deal here at El Orre de Suarez. I see this as a great wine for summer, for el verano aquí en Puerto Rico. Would be a great choice. Submission under $20. Let's
Thank
go to
you.
the Cabernet, my friend.
Okay, so the Cabernet, back in line with kind of the Chardonnay program, is what I try to do with the Cabernet is not to get too complicated here, but I source fruit from a number of different vineyards all over California, and that gives me the opportunity to really buy some nice fruit. So Mendocino County, Sonoma, Napa, a little bit out of Lodi County that I get the fruit from. And my concept behind this is really just a real classic California juicy Cabernet Sauvignon.
It is. It feels minty. I feel the cassis. I feel that whiff of black cherry there, and a little bit of freshness, and you feel that dirt. It's nice. I love the nose.
Thank you.
Peppery a
Thanks.
little bit.
Thanks. And also with the tannins on the wine, is they're present, but they're not overdone. And what I mean by that is you get that nice richness right initially in the
This
palate.
is a burger wine.
Thanks.
This is for
There
a
you go.
burger with blue cheese. Oh my God.
That's funny you say that. we up in Canada, this has been a really popular wine, and the big thing that they talk about in Canada is they go, "This is your classic burger wine."
It is a burger wine. I mean, I assume the price is under 35, under.
So this is, you're going 1922.
$22 for this Cabernet.
Yeah.
And this is 100% cap, or is it a blend?
This is just has a touch of Merlot.
This is
So I
an
put a little bit of Merlot in
incredible
there.
red wine from California at this price point. I love that it doesn't want to be something that it is not. It is not striving to be a cult wine with massive amounts of oak. And it has freshness, it has good energy, and it's juicy. It feels like you're biting into a plum, or you're biting into something black, dark fruit. I'm liking it. Very nice.
No, and this is, again, kind of getting back to the approach with everything as far as the submission goes and all that, is really what I try to do. My concept behind this is really pull the cork and enjoy.
Yeah.
Have a
Don't
good
get
time.
too complicated, right?
It doesn't, I'm not trying to create a big tannic,
Yeah,
oaky
yeah.
monster. What I'm trying to do is, hanging out by the grill, like you're saying with the white, hanging out on the patio, hanging out by the grill, and just
Pleasure.
having a good
All
time
about
with
pleasure.
friends. Having a good
I
time
love
with
the
friends.
fact now it's showing a little bit of cigar box, leather. I mean, this is the kind of wine that if they poured it to you blind, you would think it's a $45, $50 cap. I mean, it's very well made. I would mistake this for a Napa Sonoma cap any day of the week, and I would say, yeah, 40, 45-ish. Very good, well made. Salud.
you. Thanks
Thank
so
you
much.
so much. In terms of pairing food, burger?
We're going burger with a maybe throw some bacon, a little avocado on it, a little Swiss cheese, believe me, I've cooked a lot of burgers with this, as far as,
It's
being
lovely.
hanging around.
I'm loving it.
But
So
I just,
for my people out there, and I'm sorry to interrupt
No
you,
worries. All good.
trying to get the videos nice and short. So Submission Chardonnay and Submission Cabernet, you can get them both for under $50. I mean, these are very, very good wines, well made, easy to drink, juicy, generous, but not overbuilt. I mean, they're not sweet. They're not oaky. They're not oak monsters. They're well made, and I think they're barbecue wines. They're summer wines. They're out in the sun, have fun wines. Very, very well made. Thank you so much. Amigos, lindos vinos de 689 Cellars aquí en el barrio de Besuárez. Mi primera entrevista después de 1 año y medio, así que si me ven con un estilo, un cambio de estilo, me disculpan, pero no, si esto hace tiempo. Salud.